Hello, everybody, and welcome. Guys, welcome to the Spirit of Award ceremony. For those outside of our Olathe East family, welcome you guys. So glad you're here. For those that are here to celebrate one of our own on a national level, thank you so much for being here, and help me give a big round of applause to our Spirit of Sport Award winner, Merick. Okay guys, without further ado, I would like to welcome the school's program manager for Special Olympics, Caitlin Pierce.
All right, thank you all so much for being here today. Before we kind of get into honoring Merick, I would like to just show a short video that talks a little bit more about what Special Olympics Unified Sports is.
Unified track makes me feel special because some people see me and they're like, oh my God, that kid is so fast. He looks like a great runner.
When I tried unified sports, I actually managed to make friends, and that feeling is more important to me than regular track.
Unified sports makes everybody be able to better their best.
Welcome to Inclusion Weekly, a show about how schools and students are working with Special Olympics to push for equal rights and opportunities for students with intellectual disabilities. Today, we're looking at the important role of unified sports. Unified Sports is a program where sports teams have a combination of people with and without intellectual disabilities, putting them on an equal playing field. It allows students who might typically be excluded to represent their school and be cheered on by their peers. Do you feel included on the unified track team?
Of course I feel included because they find me really smart and kind, honest, and I kind of like give them a little boost whenever they're like falling behind.
I do feel included, and I've always liked Unified very much.
I quickly learned how great of a personality everyone's had there, and it led me to realize that I could also be having a great experience by joining Unified Sports.
People in Unified Sports are less likely to experience bullying, and they have a more positive outlook on life.
I have been teased a lot since elementary school, and that like hurts my feelings. Unified track really did help me a lot. I can hear people cheering for me, and it helps me not think about all the times I had in the past.
To watch the students in both classrooms come together and work together, and it just makes you feel good that we have this opportunity to have these programs here at the high school.
Unified Sports has taught me that anyone can do anything, no matter if you have an intellectual disability or not. If you are interested in Unified Sports, contact your local Special Olympics program and talk to your athletic directors and coaches to see if they can help you start a unified program at your school. It just takes one person to get things moving.
I am Caitlin Pierce. I'm the school's program manager for Special Olympics Kansas, and I'm really, really happy to be here today to recognize one of your own, Merick Dismang. As a school, you guys truly value inclusion. This is evident through your big Spread the Word Week you do, the $8,000 you raised for your Special Olympics Unified team, which is incredible. Yeah. Also hosted our Unified Bocce tournament, gave Merick a huge reception at that tournament, and just all of the other things you do as a school. You have shown that you value students of all abilities, which is really fantastic. I want to start by thanking all of you for being here today. I know there was a lot going on at school today, but you chose to come to this assembly, which shows that you value inclusion. I also want to thank any student who's played on a unified sports team. I know there's a lot of you in here. I want to thank the coaches and teammates of Merick. You guys put a lot of work into it. Anyone who participated in that cool school polar plunge, there were a lot of you. I see some familiar faces. Anyone who pledged to use inclusive language during Spread the Word Week. And anyone who just takes time to be kind to your classmates. I thank you all so much for being here. We are also joined by some special guests from the district and the board. If you are from the district office or the Board of Education, would you please stand up at this time so we can recognize you for being here? Thank you. At Special Olympics, we always start with an athlete oath, and that oath goes, "Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt." Your Unified Sports Program and Merick really embody that, and you guys are always brave in the attempt. That is why we're thrilled to recognize Merick with the National Federation of High School Sports Spirit of Sport Award. Please welcome Annie Diedrich, our Acacia consultant, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the Spirit of Sport Award.
Well, good morning. It is great to be back here at Olathe East, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of this award. The National Federation of State High School Activities Association is a national association. It serves all 51 states. That includes Washington, D.C. They represent 19,500 high schools and over 12 million young people. So this is a big award when we're talking about Merick today. The Spirit of Sport Award was created in 2008, and it recognizes those individuals who exemplify the ideals of the spirit of sport that represent the core mission of education-based athletics. Nominations for this award are generated through the NFHS member schools and reviewed by the NFHS National High School Spirit of Sport Selection Committee, composed of state associations. Merick is going to be honored this summer on June 28th at the NFHS summer meeting in Boston, Massachusetts. And that is going to be an incredible event. I've attended that meeting, and to watch these honorees be brought up on stage and be recognized in front of the whole nation of high school sports. So, Merick, he was selected by the Acacia Spirit of Sport Award winner by his peers because he was nominated by you, Olathe East High School. The purpose of the Spirit of Sport is to recognize values inherent in high school sports beyond winning and losing. And through his role on numerous teams here at Olathe East and his unwavering ability to lift others despite his own personal hurdles, Merick is the perfect recipient for this award. He participates in multiple unified sports, including basketball, soccer, bocce, and bowling. And while a four-sport athlete, the impact Merick has on his colleagues and opponents goes well beyond his skill level and athleticism. Merick has been a consistent performer in the 3-time Unified Bowling Regional Championship team, which included a 3rd place overall finish at state in 2021. I was a part of Acacia at that time, and Unified Bowling is the first unified sport for the Kansas State High School Activities Association. And so to be 3-time regional team, that's impressive. Besides the triumphant numbers, he contributes rolling the ball down the lane. Merick is a transformative leader for others. As a winner of the Acacia Spirit of Sport Award, his nomination was then submitted to the National High School Federation of Sports for the National Spirit of Sport Award. He was chosen for his bravery in the face of adversity and exemplifying the ideals of high school sports. As an athlete and a student at the Center-Based Resource Program, the impact he has had on his teammates, opponents, and teachers is immeasurable. His unbreakable spirit and upbeat attitude mask the health challenges he faces. Furthermore, Merick is the first ever, I'm getting goosebumps, unified athlete to ever be awarded this honor, opening the door for students of all abilities to participate in sports. Merick represents so much more than himself. He represents bravery, inclusion, friendship, and the belief that we all benefit from sports and a society where everyone is included, no matter their abilities or life challenges. Please give a big round of applause for Merick's Unified Sports coaches, Ms. Hill, Ms. Gilhouse, and Mr. Edwards.
Welcome, guys. We're so glad you're all here. First off, we just wanted to recognize all of our students that have participated in Unified Sports. So if you have been a part of Unified Sports, if you'd please stand right now so you can be recognized. I've had the honor and privilege of being a Unified Sports coach at Olathe East for the past 7 years. Olathe East was selected to be the first school in the Olathe district to pilot this program due to the inclusive nature of our IPS classes and our incredible peer mentors. Initially, when the program began, to be honest, I was a little worried about how my students would handle this change in our regular routine and whether or not we would have enough peers that would be willing to participate. As soon as we held our first practice, I knew this program was going to be special. I could see by the looks on my students' faces what it meant for them to be included as a part of a team. Some of these students have participated in traditional Special Olympics, but many had never had the opportunity to participate in organized sports before. This was monumental for them to get a chance to be a part of a team. As the program began to grow, we learned the deep impacts it's made on the lives of not only our students with disabilities, but on the lives of the general education peers that became their teammates. From cheering on one of our athletes in a wheelchair as he and his peer mentor made a full court basket at the buzzer and a double overtime victory, to watching our unified bowling team win not one, not two, but 3 regional championships, to seeing our students cheering each other on from the sidelines when one of our athletes scores their very first goal. It's clear the impacts are far greater than what is happening on the field or on the court. The relationships that are developed during the practices and games enhance the lives of those participating and those of us on the sidelines cheering them on. As the program continues to grow, we have seen the results all around the halls of this building. Students are more willing to invite someone new to sit with them at lunch, partner up with someone new in a group project, or just high five or fist bump a new friend in the hallway on the way to class. Olathe East has opened their hearts and minds to people who experience the world differently, and I think we are all better for it. Thank you, Olathe East, for continuing to spread the power of inclusion. And thank you for joining us today to recognize this incredible individual who fought through adversity to show us what it all means to be a true competitor and a friend. At this time, we would like to invite Merick and Maureen to join us up on stage. And Will Aranjo out to speak about Merick as a classmate and a teammate.
Today I get to talk about Merick as a classmate. Merick is not only a talented athlete, but also an exceptional student. I've had classes with Merick for the past 3 years, and Merick has consistently shown qualities that make the classroom an exciting place to be. With his outgoing nature and with his friendly and passionate caringness, Merick creates a positive and welcoming environment for everyone. His reliability and responsibility makes him someone you can always count on. But what truly sets Merick apart is his caring and compassionate nature. He genuinely cares about all of his classmates, making everyone feel loved and cared about. Merick has recently become a huge inspiration in the classroom. Despite facing challenges and being in constant pain while attending school when being in treatment, Merick remained resilient by working hard and staying positive. His perseverance and positive attitude inspires others around him to do their best, fostering a sense of camaraderie among students. Merick as a classmate makes a learning experience so much more enjoyable and inspiring for everyone. Thank you, Merick.
Hi guys, my name's Caitlin Pedigo, and I've had the opportunity to play unified basketball with Merick and Special Olympics bowling with Merick. One thing about Merick is he is very, very tough, and he had some big curveballs thrown his way this year. One thing about Merick is he never wants to take a break ever, even if he was in pain. I remember all the pouting fits when he had to come off the court for basketball. Lots of pouting fits. However, he never let that get in the way of being a really good athlete as well as a really good teammate. No matter how Merick was feeling, no matter how Merick was feeling, he was always everyone's biggest supporter as much as we were his supporters. One thing I remember from this year is there was a really big fast breakaway, and Merick had the huge opportunity to just get this free, really big open basket, and he turned, looked back, made sure his teammates were all up there, and he gave the ball to a different athlete to make sure they got a basket before he went and got any more. He then proceeded to do that over and over again until everyone got a basket, and then he got more baskets after that, of course. And it's that exact attitude that he has that's taught me we are more capable of overcoming anything that comes our way, as long as we have the right attitude. Right, Merick? That's right, that's right. One last thing before I give it over to Will is definitely some days were harder than others, and me and Merick would do this thing before bowling, where if he wasn't feeling the greatest or just our powers were weak, we talked about, again, just his powers are weak. Nothing wrong, just powers are weak. So we'd get up a big flex. We would flex. We'd shake it off. Do we shake it off? Yeah, you do. So if everyone could stand up really quick. And if everyone could give a big flex for Merick to show your support. Can you shake it out? Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then Merick would go up and obviously get strikes, right? That's right. So again, one more big flex for Merick, and I'll hand it over to Will.
So I originally had like something written out, but to be honest, I'm just going to be speaking the truth on this, so I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot of notes on Merick. I've had the privilege to know Merick through my participation in unified bowling, and I think the biggest thing that comes to mind through that about Merick is consistency. Merick, as we all know, is the 3-time regional champ, the only member of all 3 of those teams to continue on, and he's won regionals every single time. Yes, But not only is he just the 3-time regional champ, he's been at every meet that I've been at, he's been at every practice that I've been at. This guy is dedicated to the sport, and I have the utmost respect for that. Because I think most individuals, they aren't good athletes, they aren't good students, they aren't good friends. Most people are only good for nothing. But Merick has the complete package. He's a good athlete, he's a good friend to those in IPS, and I have the utmost respect for someone who can balance the responsibilities of a student, manage treatment, and just be an all-around athlete. I have utmost respect for that, and as much as I'll be completely honest, loathe committees like Keisha, they have done the best job in selecting Merick as the recipient of this award, and I think we should just hear it from Merick.
All right, well, thank you so much to the National Federation of High School Sports and Keisha for highlighting Merick's bravery and his athleticism. Let's give it up for him one more time for being the first ever We at Special Olympics are just so proud of Merick, like I said, being the first ever unified athlete to ever win this award, and for Olathe East for having such a great unified program that's allowing athletes like Merick to be highlighted. Members of the district and Board of Education, please join us in room 305, and we can follow Aubrey because I know it can get like amazing here. We have some light refreshments. Some of the unified students made some cookies and brownies for you this morning, and they would like to tell you a little bit more about Unified. Thank you to every student who took time out of your day to come here and honor Merick. Thank you for being here, and remember to always choose to include. Thank you.